Hey guys, how's it going? I'm gonna open another round of hangers tonight, but tonight I'm gonna open 6. I'm feeling a little lucky tonight, so hopefully it pays off, but we'll see. Um, First, I want to show you a little mail day. I picked this up for $10, and it is an Anthony Volpe Gold Minted. I also own the green number 11 of 199, and that's his jersey number. And I also own the pearl refractor number 5 of 30. So with them all together, they look really great. So happy with that pickup. All right, let's get to the hangers. Hanger 1. I've been through about the last 15 hangers, been pretty brutal, so hopefully these shape up tonight. All right, hanger 1. Let's see what we got. Clayton Kershaw, Sonny Gray, Nick Gordon, Ben Rice, Jace Jung, Reese Olson, Big Christmas, Nico Cavadas, Freddie Fermin, Zebby Matthews. All right, we're to the spot. Let's flip it over. All right, we got a Jacob Wilson. All right, 1990. All right, Mookie Betts, Nolan Arenado, Jose Ramirez, Paul Skeens. All right, first card. Call to the Hall, Stan Musial. I need this card for my set, so that's pretty cool. All right, first Diamante. Looks like I see a bunch of color in here. Looks like I see blue and pink. So, good start. All right, first Diamante, Matt Chapman. All right, second Diamante. Ooh, for the Yankees. Let's see. All right, Carlos Narvaez. So, not the judge I'm looking for. All right. Ooh, the next hit is a blue. Let's see who's it for. All right. Ooh, it's for the Orioles. So now we're talking. All right. Let's check it out. Ooh, I see a bat on the top. So we're in good shape. Let's see who it is. Oh, no. The wrong guy. Son of a gun. All right. So looks like we got an Eloy Jimenez, and I believe that's out of 150. So not the guy I'm looking for, but a hit nonetheless. And we got for the Braves on the pink Diamante, and it is Hurston Waldrep. So first pack, lots of color. So hopefully it's a good sign of things to come. All right, let's move on to number 2. All right, hanger number 2. All right, let's see what we got here. Royce Lewis, Christian Yelich, Chris Taylor. There's a Mike Trout, Bobby Witt, Rafaela, Gunnar Henderson. So a lot of good base in this pack. All right. Mont Wade. All right. There's a Future Stars, Tyler Soderstrom, and another Jordan Westburg Future Stars. All right. Let's flip it over. Looks like, ooh, there's a nice hit. Shohei Ohtani on the 1990. That's one that I don't have, so all right. Let's keep going here. Tatis, Kobe Mayo, Imanaga, Ellie De La Cruz. Looks like we got a call to the Hall, and it's Babe Ruth. All right, I have this card, but the one that I own has a big print line in it, so I'll definitely take another. All right, let's move on here. The Rays, and it is Brandon Lowe. All right. The next one for the Reds, and it is Rhett Lauder. I think I own like 3 of these already, which I wish I got another rookie instead of him, but oh well. All right. And nothing else in hanger number 2. So, all right, let's move on to number 3. hanger number 3. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, Gavin Sheets, Clay Holmes, James Wood, Justin Henry Malloy, O'Neal Cruz, Michael King, Dylan Cruz. All right, Brian Wu, Adam Azur, Colton Cowser. All right, Brooks Baldwin, Brenton Doyle, G.J. Hers, Isaac Paredes, P. Crow Armstrong. All right, we're to the spot. Looks like we got a lot of black and blue there, so we'll see what that is. Let's flip it over. Rhett Lauder for the 1990. I have that one already for my set. All right, there's 4 of the Stars of MLB. We got George Brett for the Call to the Hall, which I believe I need that one for my set as well, so I'll take it. All right, we got an upside down Diamante for the Cardinals, Pedro Pajes. All right, let's check the next one for the Tigers, and it is Brant Herter. So there's another rookie I don't believe I have. All right, and we got a rainbow foil for the Yankees. All right, that's cool. Let's see who it is. Hopefully Judge, and it is, all right, Will Warren. I will definitely take a Will Warren at this time. He's having a good spring. All right. And I believe he might make the rotation, or he has, or whatever, but we'll see. All right, there's a Bobby Witt, Jace Jung. All right, let's move on to number 4. All right, hanger number 4. All right, it's not thick, looks normal. All right, Adolis Garcia, Chris Taylor, Mike Trout, Bobby Witt. Looks like the same base like the last few packs, so I'm not even going to call them out. Everybody's seen the base by now if you watch my videos. All right, looks like we got a gold to start it off, so that's cool. All right, you know what I say about the packs with the gold in them, they sometimes have extra hits, so let's see. All right, we got a Yankees gold, guys, and I see a bat, so let's hope it's somebody good. Oh no, why I get so close yet so far. All right, so there it is, the first hit, I guess you want to call it. All right, we got a Dylan Cruz 1990, which is another great one that I probably need. All right, for these things. All right, we got something white, first pitch, and it's a Carl Radke, or Radke. All right, so I need that card as well. Let's go for the first Diamante, Red Sox, Connor Wong. All right, and for the Twins, whoa, going crazy here, Ryan Jeffers. So, all right, and nothing else in that pack. And the Anthony Rizzo is numbered 583 out of 2025. What a shame, man. I'm hitting all the colors, but just not hitting the right players tonight. It's a shame. All right, let's move on. All right, hanger number 5. All right, if I can get it open. All right. All right, the pack isn't thick. There's no thick cards in there. All right, Pedro Leon, Tommy Edman, Jeff McNeil, Peter Fairbanks, Will Smith, Nico Cavadas, Freddie Fermin, Gabriel Moreno, Brady Singer, Andrew Benintendi. All right, we're to the spot. Let's flip it over. All right, we got a Ben Rice 1990, so really excellent 1990s tonight. All right, we got 4 of these things, and then we have a, oh nice, Bobby Witt Topps team. I need that card as well. I'll take it. All right, we got a Angels, or I'm sorry, Rangers. All right, Adolis Garcia. All right, let's check the next one. And it is the Phillies. All right, looks like we got a rainbow foil, and it's Lourdes Gurriel. I believe I just pulled a pink of him in the last video. All right, and nothing else in hanger number 5. All right, let's go with the last one. Hopefully I saved the best for last, but we'll see. All right. Lots of color tonight, though. Just didn't hit the right players. It's very sad, but that's the name of the game. All right, Cade Povich, Kyle Harrison, Dylan Dingler, Hunter Fiducia, Will Warren, Jackson Holliday, Rafaela, Gunnar Henderson, Adam Mazur, Colton Cup card. All right, looks like we're to the spot. Let's flip it over. All right, we got a Barry Larkin for the 1990. So pretty strong on the 1990s. All right, 4 of these. We got a greatest hits of Fernando Tatis Jr. All right. First Diamantes for the Blue Jays. It's Luis Dos Santos. And the second one's for the Tigers, and it's Casey Mize. And we have a Dodgers holo foil, Will Smith. All right, so a lot of different colors tonight. Just didn't hit the right players, unfortunately. But like I said, that's the name of the game. All right, let's do a little recap here. All right, we got a Barry Larkin, Ben Rice, Dylan Cruz, Rhett Lauder, Shohei Ohtani, Jacob Wilson. For the Diamantes, Casey Mize, Luis De Los Santos. Phillies, Adolis Garcia, Ryan Jeffers, Connor Wong, Brant Herter, Pedro Pajes, Rhett Lauder, Brandon Lau, Carlos Narvaez, and Matt Chapman. All right. First pitch, Carl Radke. 3 call to the halls, George Brett, Babe Ruth, Stan Musial. Tops team, Bobby Witt. Fernando Tatis, greatest hits. 2 rainbow foils, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and Will Warren. Nice. 1 holo foil, Will Smith. And then 1 gold, Anthony Rizzo out of 2025. 1 blue, Eloy Jimenez out of 150. And then the pink Diamante was Hurston Waldrep. And those were the 3 top hits. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.